swagger, okay? Regardless of what happens out there. Doesn't matter. Keep your swagger. Keep your swagger.
Hey, welcome into another round of Sit Start Saturday. It's your host, just me, Alan. Man, just a couple of things before I get into actual Sit Start stuff. Couple of things in the last 12 hours probably. No, 12:24. But yeah, Radko Gudas suspended 5 games. Now, at first, he was listed as out, and you could slot him into an IR slot. But now he is updated as just NA, which, unless your league has an NA slot, which is typically more of a dynasty league thing, you're not going to be able to do much with him other than drop him or just ride it out. And then Austin Matthews announced done for the season. Was it grade 3 MCL tear and a quad contusion? Sounds like his leg just got obliterated like a tree stump when after that knee hit with Radko Gudas. Redraft league, drop him. He's done. I have a streamer spot, but that really sucks because that was probably your first round pick. Good luck trying to replace that this time of year. That is not fun. Let's hop right in here on Fivehole Discord. So first up, we have Armdog Start 2, Marchment versus Philly, Zuccarello versus the Rangers, Matty Beniers versus Vancouver, Byfield versus Jersey, and he is already starting Marchenko and Panarin. I'm not exactly sure what Beniers does for you other than be replacement level. He's automatically just out for me. Byfield, I still don't see the hype here, and it is unfortunate after the season. Kopitar is gone, so they have to make this Byfield kid work. Yeah, 33 points in 62 games. His shot rate in the last 4 games hasn't been terrible, but not really giving you too much in the way of hits or blocks. His power play time last 4, he's only giving you 1 game above 2 games above 50% power play share. Just doesn't, I don't know, as much opportunity as the Kings try to give him, he just doesn't do anything for me. He's not someone I personally ever pick up. I find him on the wire all the time. But no, I think this is, for me, it's pretty easy, pretty straightforward here. Marchment and Zook. I know Marchment, I foolishly made a comment on Twitter and everyone corrected me, which is the best way to drive engagement, apparently. Marchment, he's playing on quote line 3, but he's still getting 18 minutes a night. Still appears to be power play 1. But at line 3 of Charlie Coyle, Charlie Coyle himself is getting like 18, 20 minutes time on ice somehow on the quote 3rd line. I don't get it. I don't know how you can do that. Who's not getting ice time as a result? But Marchment and Zook, I think this is very straightforward. And then from Yar Hebrews, okay, which one to start in Cats? Banger Cats points assists? Huh? I think it'd be just goals, assists, plus minus power play points, shots, hits, blocks. I think it's Fetch. Barbashev's just burned me personally too many times to really count on him. Svech, I know they have a tough match, the Hurricanes have a tough matchup in Tampa, although we don't know which version of Tampa we're going to get tonight. The one that just clowned depleted Red Wings, or the one that 5-2 loses 5-2 against the Blue Jackets, even though the Blue Jackets have been very hot since the coaching change. They're a little bit of a wagon. And then who does Vegas play tonight? The Blackhawks. Yeah, I know that's easy competition. But I just thought Barbashev doesn't do enough of the other things consistently and doesn't score enough consistently for my taste. I feel like every time he gets hot, I pick him up because he's got a good schedule and he does nothing for me. I'm content to start Svetch there. And then Patrick Fry, quarterfinal. Both he and his opponent have had shocker performances on goalie stats thus far, so I'm assuming not good. Confident he can turn around. Got a few more games left. Wouldn't make any changes. He'll make sure to get 3 starts. So would you trust the ones he has, or should I pick up one of Dobis, Rittich, or Forsberg? Second part of the back-to-back. Ingram was a stream last night, so easy drop. You know what? Let me check that because I know the Oilers kind of crapped themselves there in the last few minutes of the game. Oh, 880 for Ingram last night. Yuck. Like, see, this is just exactly why I'm done with the Oilers goaltenders, even as streams. So what right now we got Vladarin, Vajmelka, and then Ullmark. Are any of these locks yet? Riddick is a lock. Dobis is a lock for today. Lyon's a lock. Gustafsson for some. Oh, that's right. Yeah, because I retweeted. They announced Gustafsson today. Wallstead tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, assuming all of these guys are playing, I mean, you think you'd want Hill against Chicago, but I think even Hill has not been. Well, you know, I think Hill had a good game last game, but before that, just been not great. Yeah, last game is a 9.23 save percentage. But yeah, only one quality start in his last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games. And then yes, he did have a quality start on the 5th, February 5th. Yeah, so I get the impulse to bench Hill. And then who I think this is the problem is like there's that Montreal, Ottawa. They're playing those 2 high event teams. Yeah, because they play. Yeah, Montreal plays the Sharks today, and then I think tomorrow the Ducks. Yeah. So like a couple of high event teams there. That's why I'm not sure I like Dobis for the weekend. Even though Dobis has been good, I say watch out for Cam Fowler to get a run again after that really nice game he had against the Sens. Shots, blocks, and goals and be easy to target. And he does give me the free agency list here. Matthew Luyer, I mean, is amazing for hits. Is he chasing hits? No, shots, blocks, and goals. I mean, I do like Eberle if you're chasing goals. Let me zoom in here. Yeah, Johnston, McKinnon, Stu wouldn't move anything there. Will Smith, okay. Jesper Bratt, yes. I think if anyone has a chance to score in the Devils, Bratt's one of them. Zibby, good choice. Schmaltz, Keller, Sergachev, Faber, Werenski, Pulak. I mean, maybe if you can slot someone in over Pulak. I don't know that I would slot in Fantilli or Pedersen over either of those guys. But yeah, I would say if there was a way to get an upgrade for Pulak, but I don't think he just shows me forwards here. Well, you know what, Brent Burns? I would say if you're chasing shots, give me Brent Burns over Pulak. But I think you said blocks. Yeah, blocks is one of your categories. But yeah, I mean, well, to try to get 2 out of 3, right? Because if Burns is shooting, he could stumble backwards into a goal. Yeah, that might be the only change I make. And then if you pick up Burns, you're getting ahead of the game next week because Colorado does have one of the best schedules next week. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, unless Pulak, what's Pulak? I feel like Pulak is getting them blocks. Yeah, 0 points in his last 4 games, though. Yeah, pretty consistent smattering of blocks there. Shots, probably not, again, near anywhere. I feel like Burns is probably getting you, for a defenseman, a pretty good amount of shots there. Oh, no. He's actually cooled off a lot on shots. Kind of inconsistent on blocks there. I mean, maybe staying with Pulock is the right move for now. But I do like Burns for next week, as he's probably one of the only abs that are pretty widely available. Yeah, I don't. Other than that, I mean, maybe Burns for Pulock. I really don't see any changes to make. So, as far as a Riddick start, I think Riddick's been not. I mean, they do play the Flames tonight. Oh, and who'd they beat up on yesterday? The Isles, the Kings. Or no, they lost the Kings. Duh. Yeah, because it was like 3-0 Kings at one point. I mean, maybe Riddick for. Although, who do the Kings play today? Kings play the Devils. I mean, that may not be a bad matchup there, but yeah, definitely dump Ingram, man. Like, don't never ever let yourself. I mean, now, yeah, this takes me back to when someone years ago tried to warn me, Mike Smith. They're just like, no, you don't want Mike Smith. And I'm like, but he just had this good game. No, that's exactly how he gets you. Yeah, I would say Connor Ingram. Obviously, that was a stream. I drop him from one of Riddick or Forsberg. Because even like I said, Forsberg's been really serviceable after that. Well, I say that, but I could have some. I don't know what the opposite of a recency bias is. Some nostalgia for 8-7-5. Yikes against Columbus. But a 9-21 against Colorado. You shut out Calgary, which that's kind of a low bar. And then some bad games. Yeah, maybe Riddick, maybe just Riddick, who I bet if I look has had a smattering of bad games lately. Yeah, 2 wins, 0 quality starts. So he's winning games, just not very. 8-4, 8-7-9. Yikes. Against the Ducks and the Panthers. And then 8-7-5 against Washington on the second. So he's only played 2 games this month. Well, 2 games this month so far. Yikes. Maybe Dobas after all. I mean, I expect all those games. Well, maybe not so much the Isles Flames, but yeah, any game the Sens, the Habs play this weekend, I expect to be high event. So I'm not sure streaming a goalie against either of those teams is smart. I mean, maybe you'll get a win out of it, but if your categories here, Patrick, I don't know if that's what you're looking for. What you want to keep your lead on wins there. I mean, you get saves. I just don't know what it'll do to your save percentage there. But I guess it can't be much. Well, saves and goals against average. I can't do any worse. I really got a game tomorrow. But yeah, 2 pickups left in the week. Yeah, maybe try to keep your lead on wins. But I'm not sure. I wouldn't expect any of those guys, Riddick, Dobas, or Forsberg, to do wonders for your saves and goals against. Kendall Cates, Hintz. Oh, Hintz probably got dropped because he's injured. Yeah, maybe Burns for Pulock is probably the only change I might make. And we got someone typing in there, so let me go. Nothing in ad drop here. Trades? Is anyone still doing trades this late in the season? Panarin or Forsberg? I assume they mean Philip Forsberg. Okay, yeah, 2 days ago. Yeah, I mean, the Kings might finally be coming around on that new coach bump. It's still Panarin. Reactivating Timothy Miller or not? I guess the question is like, who would you play instead? I wonder which injury he still has and which, healed up. Who they even played today? Minnesota. Yeah, and I hate that he's bumped Perot off that power play, which sucks. He was actually on a little bit of a heater, and that's what made him fantasy relevant there for a minute. I mean, we always say always start your studs, and I guess he is quote a stud because he'll be a lock for line 1, power play 1. Yeah, I have no confidence in him. But he is going to get the prime deployment. But yeah, I guess again, it's who do you drop to activate him, and then who are you now slotting out to get him in? But in a vacuum, I mean, you should dropping Timo. Oof. You know what? Yeah, I mean, not to spoil a future episode here, but I was looking at players that are quite droppable at this point, and Timo was on my mind. Seaweed, come on, Frozen Tools, fix your stuff. There we go. I mean, no points in his last 3, but he's still, oh my God, only a 42-point pace, 30 points in 60 games. I mean, he's still giving you a nice shot rate. He hit some blocks. I mean, it's Devils as a whole have just been really stinky this season, man. I don't know what is up with why they can't sink the pucks. Which just means hopefully next year their shooting percentage rebounds the other way. And then they're going to be severely undervalued. I mean, yeah, no points his last 3, but 2 goals in, 6? I mean, this is the point in the year where we got to think about who we're dropping for the sake of keeping the season going. Because all right, let's take a look at their schedule the next couple of weeks. Sorry, let me add the game grid here. Why won't it? Sorry, having trouble sharing the game grid here. It won't. Oh, there it is. Yeah, so this week, what do they have? Just one game? Yeah, they play against LA today. Next week, you know what? Is next week where they have the sneaky kind of Monday, Wednesday, Friday? Yeah. I mean, I don't know about the Bruins game because Bruins are definitely in the thick of playoff hunt here. But they play the Rangers. They play the Caps. I mean, 2 teams they might get some goals against there. Jersey, and then they have a 4-game week 22. Stars. I mean, Preds, they could get something. Carolina, looking like a cup contender. Blackhawks, yuck. And then Jersey. Where are they in week 23? Another 4-game week. Habs twice. Yeah, I mean, their difficulty schedule isn't too tough. I just did I really not add this to stage? I could have sworn I did. Yeah, just looking ahead, I don't hate the Devils schedule. I'm just not a fan of what the Devils have been doing. And then the Rangers definitely have one of the better schedules to kind of finish the season. And I mean, it's weird. They're playing themselves out of a lottery pick at this point with the youth movement there. There's got to be another player other than Timo to drop. I feel like, I mean, he's not getting any of the points, but he's still getting your riffs. And I mean, if that's worth something, I think he's worth hanging on to. And there's got to be someone else that could be dropped. Yeah, see if just swag. I mean, there's gotta be someone else you can drop there. Someone that maybe doesn't have like a ton of games down the stretch here, or one of your giving up one of your streaming spots. But yeah, I don't know if we, depending on what all those peripherals are worth to you, Timo could be worth keeping around for that. But I mean, yeah, JT Miller probably going to be more likely to get you points. But I'm just wondering like how much of an anchor he's going to be the Rangers when he comes back. I don't like this at all. Jump over to Banger Management guys here, and I already answered that one. So Micah, pick 2 to start today. Allmark, Dustall, Gibson. I feel like so if he plays Allmark and Dustall against each other, which is a strategy I'm not completely opposed to, I feel like that's going to be a high event game. And then Gibson, Red Wings play the Stars today. That could be yikes, even though, I mean, Gibson himself has been pretty damn good when he's not getting injured in the middle of the game. Yeah, I don't know. I might, but I don't trust Gibson here against the Stars. You might just want to play Allmark and Dustall against each other. Depending on if this is points or cats. It says points here. Yeah, Allmark and Dustall, and you're gonna walk away with a win. You just gotta hope it's like a 1-0 game, like all the way to the end. Yeah, I still can't. I'm still not high on the idea of dropping Miller or Meyer for Miller. I don't know. But I feel like Rangers are going to get you maybe more games down the stretch because of their schedule. But there's got to be another player other than Meyer you can drop there. Goalie chat. Oh, head-to-head. Okay, head-to-head points. Pick one. I know UPL's not getting the volume, but come on, man. Buffalo's a freaking Winnebago. And then someone's asking any idea if it'll be Schmid or Hill for tonight. Can't afford to burn the move if it's Hill. Yeah, I'd say wait as long as you can on that one. Maybe assume it's Hill. Although, let me look at the standings here to see. Because, I mean, if Vegas really needs the 2 points, I could see them going Hill. Because, I mean, he is quote their starter, even though he's been, I don't know what's up with him either. Second, sandwich right between Anaheim and Edmonton. Yeah, 75, 74, 73. And they got Utah breathing down their necks. Although Utah would be central. But LA is the only team that could leapfrog into the Pacific. And they're 5 points back with a game in hand. Yeah, I could see Vegas saying we need the points and starting Hill, but I don't know how much of a guarantee I would put on that. I just wait as long as you can. Let's try to get some other guys. Set start. Certain Nice over Hagel. Oh, Nice or Hagel over anyone over Raquel or Nelson. What we got? Goals and assists worth a good amount of money. Power play points or 2. Shots and blocks were, both roughly worth about 1 point. Hits worth half a point here. Nice or Hagel over anyone. Trocheck over Raquel or Nelson. I don't know. I almost say leave Nelson and Raquel in, but you got to get Hagel in. There's got to be a way to get Hagel. Yeah, I mean Buffalo probably going to beat up on Toronto tonight. I mean, I like Marchenko versus Philly. So this is even I'm questioning everything I know looking at my lineups today because I'm like, yeah, I really like this matchup, but I also really like this other matchup in some of my leagues. Yeah, Panarin versus Jersey, Batherson versus LA or Anaheim. I mean, what's Batherson been up to? I'd say start Hagel over Batherson. Yeah, I mean Batherson 6 points or 8 points in his last 6 games. But you got Tampa playing Carolina tonight or tonight. I don't know what time that game is. I haven't thought that far ahead. Oh, sorry, I'm not sharing what I'm looking at here. So get that back up for you. Yeah, so we start in Brock Nelson, Ricky Rex, Batherson, Panarin, Tage, a no utility slot. Okay. I mean, I like the Broberg pickup. Yeah, he might be okay as is. I don't know if I put Hayes in or not Hayes, Nyes. I guess that would be the portmanteau of the two of them. Hagel and Nyes is Hayes. Yeah, no, I might leave this roster as is. Although I know Ricky Rack's playing Utah. Maybe Trocheck over Raquel. Trocheck over Raquel is tempting. I think has Trocheck been getting you category coverage since the trade deadline? Oh wow, 9 points in his last 7. Oh, that's right, because the whole Rangers as a whole have kind of been on its hair. Yeah, I mean he's still doing Trocheck things. I wish his shot rate would kind of come up a little bit in these last few games, but yeah, I'm tempted to go Trocheck over Ricky Rex. No, you know what? I like Trocheck's floor better. Oh, shit, I'm still not sharing it. Very sorry. Yeah, I think I like Trocheck's floor over Raquel. Even though but neither of their opponents are very good. What Rangers are playing Minnesota today and Penguins are playing Utah. But yeah, I might go Trocheck over Raquel for the floor. Nothing in starter bench here. Nothing in chat. Man, I with as many games as we had today, I really thought this was going to be a longer show. Someone wants to throw something in chat or in the Discord there, might have to stop this early. Keeper chat, I would throw something in there. Crazy Dash, where's Crazy Dash? Did he even no? Yeah, I don't see where he's asking. Yeah, what a stream, Jimmy or Snuggerud. It's going to be a tough hold through next week. I know I've had a lot of, or well, not a lot, but like a few people ask, what did what do we do as far as because he's on the wire. What do you do with him for like next week? But I don't know. I think if you haven't already picked up one of those top line St. Louis guys, see if you can hold out till like Friday. Because odds are most people you're not going to try to pick up one of those Blues guys for the whole week unless you're on a bye or something next week. But yeah, I just don't. I think most people who are actually playing fighting next week, they shouldn't try to pick up a Blues player for next week. But yeah, I would say if you haven't picked up one of those guys already, try to hold out till like Friday. But yeah, nothing in chat, nothing in Discord. Let me check one more time. Yeah, nothing in chat, nothing in Discord. But yeah, guys, I think I'll go ahead and just wrap it here. Unless something just pops in real quick. But yeah, if you missed the show live, you always DM me on Discord or Twitter. I'll try to make sure I keep tabs on the starter bench here. But yeah, just throw stuff in there. We'll be back tomorrow with the week 21 script. Good luck. For those of you who need to win this week, I think there's only one league where I'm not a lock in the playoffs, or it's the listener league, but it's because we're doing like points cats where each category is points. So I'm winning more categories, but I may not have enough points to make playoffs. So yeah, we'll see. Oh, here we go. We got Turnerbury typing something in there. I will give him a second. Yeah, let me scroll up. There we go. Okay. All right. So then I think this is the usual league where we've answered your questions here. Yeah, goals, assists are where the money's at. Peripherals, not so much. So we're benching Hischier and Schmaltz. I kind of want Schmaltz in, but who do we bench here? Yeah, I'm a big fan of Laugh right now. I think I was doing notes for a future show, and I think he's only 37%. So he's jumped up quite a bit in the last few days, but he still should be widely available. I've picked him up in all three leagues I'm in. Especially because again, the Rangers have kind of one of the best schedules down the stretch here. I like Cutter versus Ottawa. I don't trust Ottawa's goaltending a bit, even though I feel like they've gotten better. Let me give myself an out there. Actually, not a whole lot better. Yeah, 9-5-0 against Calgary is not worth writing home about. Yeah, I like Cutter. You have to start Kucherov. You have to start Robo. Even though in one league I think I may not be. The one league I have him in. Yeah, I mean, if there's one move I possibly make, it's Schmaltz for someone, but I feel like you kind of got to start Aho in case you get the version of Tampa that gets dummied by I feel like the Hurricanes are always Tampa's kryptonite for some reason. Hopefully getting Nick Paul back kind of stabilizes some things. But yeah, I leave Aho in. Maybe the only change I might make is Schmaltz over Barzal, but I feel like that's a coin flip. Barzal didn't have anything yesterday, right? I think I checked because I have him I have him in a league, and that's the league where I'm playing the first place team going into playoffs, but I'm locked in a playoff spot in that league, so it doesn't really matter if I win. Yeah, I don't think Barzal had anything last night. But Emil Heineman did, and I have him in a spot. That was nice. I needed that. Yeah, I maybe Schmaltz for Barzal, but I'm not sure that really is a must do because we know Calgary's going to let some in. And I do feel like Utah's going to get a few against Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh just tough schedule down the stretch. Still down Crosby, still down Malkin while he's serving his suspension. Yeah, I feel like that's what it is. It's no matter what, we're all going to have points on our bench today. Yeah, I just feel like but you never know what that Pittsburgh goaltending is going to do. So yeah, I'd say Barzal easier matchup. And then okay, yeah, I'm gonna say for real this time, because I didn't see anything coming into the Discord here. We'll go ahead and end it here again. I'll be back tomorrow with the week 21 script. And then I'm cooking something instead of the regular shutdown shift for next week. So stay tuned there. Hopefully it's some value down the stretch here. But yeah, man, good luck everyone. And again, DM us, throw things in the Discord. I'll be checking throughout the day, and we'll see you next time.